piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another SEC team, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. National championship. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. First down here for this offense. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Stop out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Snags the quick throw. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All you can do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And he drops back in the gun. He's moving out of the pocket. Gets into space at the 50. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself, picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away. Crucial 3rd down play right here. They'll try to run for the first down. Finding space at the 20. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Chris, it's early in this football game, but the defense had a golden opportunity to come up with a stop, and they allow him to run the football on him to get the first down, and now it's 1st and goal. Missed a golden opportunity. Let's see how they respond here.
So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Longhorns line up with a 1st and goal. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Second down and goal upcoming. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
So early movement from the offense. That'll push him back 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. We'll see what the offense dials up here on 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Second down after that previous play. They're going to run it. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Ball handed off. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that 1st down marker.
Well, the running back comes up a little bit short of the 1st down. Big decision here for this offense because they are down a touchdown here early in the game. They don't want to dig themselves too big of a potential hole.
They'll kick it away here. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. He's moving out of the pocket. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Fires it to the wideout. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. They finally get him, but it's across midfield. Big gain to the 33. The Longhorns will line up on 1st and 10. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a 1st and goal. Longhorns come to the line with 1st and goal. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a 2nd and goal. The quarterback's got it on the option. He'll pitch it. And the defense is there to smother him. They were all over the option play that time.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Ball spotted at the 5 for this 3rd and goal play. And he'll set up to throw. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, Longhorns. Now they line up to kick the extra point. With the PAT, they take a 14-0 lead. Kickoff team is on the field. See if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's for the drive to start. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? Running through the tackle. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here comes a handoff. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he was able to get downfield for the 1st down.
That run, good for a 1st down. The offense still rolling. They're going to run it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Now it's 2nd down here. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. Looking to scramble. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. He makes the grab. And a big gain across midfield moves the ball inside the enemy 40-yard line. This Kentucky offense is quickly moving down the field. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Nice solid run here by this back. Doing a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And now the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He'll take a deep shot. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. He didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. On the run here. Lets it go. Worked over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
The secondary backed up off the ball now. Looking to throw it on third and very long. And the pass rush has got him again. Back-to-back sacks.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark, see if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
Coverage team brings down the returner. Here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Important second down play coming up. The offense behind the 6, off schedule there after the first down play. Here's the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
With the extra point, they're down 14-7 now. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage, but he should have left the ball in the end zone. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. Forced to punt last time, trying to add points, build the lead right here. quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. It's a nice gain. Will move the football up to the 27. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
Receiver makes the grab. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. Longhorns looking to crank up the tempo a bit. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. It's a short completion to the tight end. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy. The Longhorns have 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And he's got it. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Texas. Still no answer for this offense.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course.
Oh, and it's blocked. When they grab it, it's a live ball here. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here with the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back. Grab down the middle. It's Proctor. Tackle made after a big gain. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught quickly. They get him down, but he crosses midfield. Spot the ball at the 44.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. And forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick this away to start the second half. Returner looking to create better field position. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. really sound defense on that play.
Second down play coming up. And he's got it again. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And he'll hit out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure he can imagine hearing his coach saying it's third down, do not take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't quite get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yards.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and a receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Looking to throw it on first down. And here comes a deep shot. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Kentucky.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball to the gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows you the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
And he knocks through the PAT. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Went backwards on first down, so it's second and long here from the 10. Running back with the football.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And he goes down after a solid gain. That's enough for a first down. Longhorns come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On first and 10, looking to throw. And a senior making a disruptive impact play.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Running out of time in the pocket. Pressure comes, and once again, no escape.
Chris, that's another sack for this guy. That's back-to-back plays. This guy's been able to get to this quarterback. Man, he is in a zone and feeling good right now. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm either rolling away from that guy, or you got to think about double-teaming him just to keep him out of the backfield.
After consecutive losses, you need a miracle here on 3rd and a mile. Offense looking to throw the ball. And they heave it deep downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Handoff in a single back formation. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Gets rid of it on the move. It's a quick grab. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And, Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss. Just having one.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns. Offense is out there. They're going to go for 2 here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete. Now they get set to kick it away.
26, Kentucky, 14. Texas.
And here's the return from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. We're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quarterback escapes the pocket. He'll make the first down in that scramble. That's a tough one for this defense to give up.
I really like this call by this offense on second and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Testing the right side here. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
Here's the second down play. Looking to pass this time. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first.
Well, this quarterback puts it to the big man. Again, and I tell you, the matchup with his tight end against this secondary, you know, if they put a corner on him, he's too small. If they put a safety on him, he's too slow. They've been able to find those one-on-one matchups and allow this tight end to have a monster game in the national title.
And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Now, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
They call the counter run here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Crucial third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And that senior toughness on display as he keeps the drive moving himself.
You know, this is what makes this quarterback so hard to defend. Of course, you want to take away his throwing game, take away his receivers, but then he uses his legs to pick up a first down. This defense is going to have to make some adjustments.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. That's a huge touchdown. Still trailing, but a one-possession game. That trophy on the line right now.
Well, the national championship's on the line. The offense has done their job, and now it's up to their own defense. Can they get a stop and get the ball back to their offense with a chance to make this thing get really interesting?
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, good job here on that stop. But remember, the ball is inbounds, and the clock keeps moving here late in the game, and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 23. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Looking right. This one caught. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes this defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield. But it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
Boy, questionable call there on third down. I know they don't convert, but why not run the ball? Keep the clock moving, especially working with the lead in the fourth quarter. Now you got a big decision here on 4th down and short.
The gain is good enough for a first down near the 38.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on 4th down and 1, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides, but they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Longhorns line up on 1st and 10 now. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. That run moves the ball across the 40. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That's caught. It's Baker. Brought down to the 46, good enough for a first down.
Most defensive coordinators focus a lot of their energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. They give up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, and they're in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. And a timeout taken by the defense with 30 seconds remaining. So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. They're the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk. National champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. As you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are officially your kings of college football.